up, you guys? Marty here, GuitarJams.com. Go ahead, click the link to the right and check out my Easy Song DVDs. Just came out with a new set with printable charts. I'm going to show you this cool progression right now. The original is in, the original recording is tuned a half step down to E flat. So I'm in standard tuning right now, so I'm going to teach it to you that way. But then if you want to match it up to the recording, you can put your guitar in E flat tuning. But, you know, anyway, here we go in standard tuning. I'm going to teach you that intro. So what we want to do, the very first thing we do is we pluck with our thumb the low E string, and then with our, well, I have my pick tucked into my index finger, but so I'm using my middle finger, but you can do what's comfortable for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck the B string, you know, which is string number 2, and the 6th string, like that. And after I do that, I use my middle finger to pluck the 3rd string and the 4th string, like this. Just like that. Not too bad. So once you get that, the next thing you want to do is with your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, the G string, and you're going to pluck both of those. So far we have just like that. Check it out again. And with my middle finger still down for the rest of this little intro, I'm just going to let that ring out. Forget about the middle finger now. Don't have to worry about it other than it just stays down there. So you've got, then index finger comes off and I hit the open G string. So I have, then I'm going to use my pinky. This is going to be up to you, but I'm going to use my pinky now on the 4th fret of the D string. So all together we have this. Followed by a C add 9 chord, which looks like this. Middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the D, and then ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B, and pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E. You know, pretty common chord. We're going to go down, up, down, up, down. So that's the whole intro. And it does it again, does it again. And then finally you get to a regular D chord. And this pattern that I'm going to be strumming is the pattern for the whole song. So, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You may have to rewind that again. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, and then it goes into the verse. And we've got a verse and a chorus. And that's pretty much it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the verse now. And I noticed they're mostly played as 5 chords or power chords on the acoustic guitar. So the first chord is an E5, which is the low E string, and then 2nd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D. But if you're not really using power chords right now, you're more used to the acoustic with regular open chords, you can play E minor. It's going to work pretty much the same way. So we got that. And we go down, up, down, up. Then we're going to go to a G5 power, a G power chord. So it's index finger on the 3rd fret of the E, ring finger on the 5th of the A, pinky on the 5th of the D. Now if you're more comfortable with a regular G open chord, you can do that instead. So we have E5, and it goes down, up, to a G5, down, up, and then we just scoot the shape over that way, and we're going to strum those. and that's called a C5 or a C power chord. We go down, up, down, up, down. So check it out. It's going to do that 3 times. So it sounds like this. And notice that that C chord is the C power chord. It's going for twice as long as the E and the G. Okay, so the other option is you just play open strummy chords: E minor, G, and C add 9. So we've got this verse, and I'm going to do it the power chord way, and it does that 3 times, like I was saying, but then followed by a D chord. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a regular C major chord, and we're going to scoot it up a whole step, and this is basically called a D add 9. But you can substitute this for a D chord at any time to get a more exotic sound. And so it's going to go like this. And so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and rest. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and stop. So here's the verse. Goes through that whole section again, and then it goes into what's called the chorus. So the whole chorus basically goes like this. We've got the E, and now a C instead of the G. Then the G, followed by an A5 or an A power chord, which we're going to play like open A string, 2nd fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, like that. So that's the first time on the chorus. It's E, C, G, A. Then the second time, E, C, D. Okay, so it's going to be a regular old D chord, but that high E is just kind of muted by your middle finger. You don't really hear it. So we'd call it a D5. Like that. Okay, and then it does it again. E, C, G, A, then E, C, D, back to the verse again. So check that out. That last D, just like that. And that's pretty much both of the parts. Let me play the verse one more time. It goes like this. Second time. A third time. And then the C up a whole step. Then it goes through that all the way through again. Then it goes to the chorus, which now is E, C, G, A. Then E, C, D. Then E, C, G, A. Then E, C, D for longer. And then it goes through that form. And then also, obviously, we covered that intro. But anyway, Marty Schwartz here, GuitarJams.com, Sickness and in Health, teaching you guys some guitar. So come by the site and say hi. We'd really appreciate it. We'll see you later.